In this lecture, you're going to learn how to create a table. For this demo, we're going to recreate this customers table that we have in our SQL Store database. We're going to recreate it in our SQL Store 2 database. So the first step is to use this new database, SQL Store 2. Then we type create table. We give our table a name, customers, and then we add parentheses. And inside this parentheses, we list all the columns. So what columns do we have here? We have customer ID. Let's type that here. Next, we add the data type for each column. This one is going to be an integer. We want to make this a primary key, so we type that here as well. And also, we want to apply the auto increment attribute. So MySQL automatically generates a new value every time we insert a new record here. So we add the column name, followed by its data type and any attributes that apply here. Let's add another column, first name. This one is going to be a varchar of 50. And here we want to apply the not null attribute. So every customer will have a first name. Now I'm not going to add all these columns here because that would be a waste of time. So let me add the key ones that help you understand how this statement works. I'm going to add another column. Let's say points. This one is going to be, what is the data type for this? We can select that here, and right below the schemas panel, we have this object info panel. Unfortunately, it's not visible here, but in this panel, we can see the data type for this column. That is an integer. So let me add that here. Now I want to apply the not null attribute here as well, but I also want to give it a default value of 0. So we type default 0. Now let's add one more column here, email. This one is going to be varchar of 255. It's not going to be nullable. And we want to make sure that every customer has a unique email. So here we can apply the unique attribute. So here are the attributes that we can apply to each column. Primary key, auto increment, not null, default, and unique. Now let's terminate this with a semicolon. Now let's execute the script. Beautiful. So if we refresh the Navigator panel, we should see this new table. So SQL Store 2, we have our customers table. However, we're not able to re-execute this script because we already have this customers table in our database. And when we try to recreate it, MySQL will yell at us. So just before this, we can write drop table if exists, customers, and then we can create this table. There is also another approach. So instead of dropping the table, we can say create table if not exists, customers. Now let's execute this script one more time. We can execute it as many times as we want without getting an error. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to show you how to modify a table.